First SEC game of the season for the Tide, and in true Alabama fashion, they doubled up the Gamecocks, 47-23 behind 571 total offensive yards. With that win, you could say the Tide had an enjoyable flight back to T-Town, but only celebrated that win for 24 hours. Let's take an all-access look at Alabama's win over South Carolina. It's brought to you by ATI. Here's a quick snapshot of Saturday. We talked about it a little bit, but Devontae Smith broke almost every receiving record possible. Bama jumps Clemson to #1 in both the AP and coaches polls, and in the process, they win their SEC home opener against Ole Miss. Could you ask for a better Saturday heading into bye week? I don't think so. Let's head back into Bryant-Denny Stadium for an all-access look at Alabama's win over Ole Miss. It's brought to you by ATI. And then after a 37-yard field goal to begin the second quarter from Tennessee, Alabama extended their lead to double digits. Tua and Henry Ruggs connected for 48 yards to push the Crimson Tide deep into Vols territory. And then Najee Harris, he capped off that drive with his second touchdown of the game. Another 1-yard score for Harris put the Crimson Tide up 21-10. And then later in the second quarter, Tua, he rolled out to the left and was sacked, what you just saw. And Tua was injured on the play and would not return. And over in the coaches poll, Clemson received one more first-place vote than Alabama, but the Tide is still #1. Georgia is 3rd, but the coaches have Oklahoma at 4, the Buckeyes at 5th, and then the next 3 are all from the SEC. LSU is 6th, Auburn is 7th, and Florida is 8th. That's 5 of the top 8 for the SEC in the coaches poll.
24-13 Alabama lead at the half.
After a 27-yard field goal from Joseph Bulovas, which you just saw, Tua connected to Henry Ruggs from 33 yards out for the score. It was his only catch of the day, but you know what? He made it count. That extended Alabama's lead to 21 points at 34-13. The Aggies then answered with Kellen Mond to Jay Windenmeyer, 25-yard touchdown to cut the Crimson Tide's lead to 14. There was one big upset in the top 5 this week, but no worries, wasn't the Tide. They handled their business in College Station, and in the process, Tua set the Alabama career touchdown record, moving ahead of A.J. McCarron's record of 77. Bama's offense has already broken the glass ceiling at this point, and somehow they're still coming for more. Let's take an all-access look at Alabama's win over Texas A&M. It's brought to you by ATI. The third Saturday in October always tends to be exciting in a few ways. This particular one, there was the Trayvon Diggs scoop and score, Slade Bolden's first career passing touchdown, Najee Harris with his 3rd game rushing for over 100 yards, and then add a few color-changing LED lights in there, and you have yourself quite a show. Let's take an all-access look back at Alabama's win over Tennessee. It's brought to you by ATI.